memories creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Welcome back to Tiny on Tour. Join us for part 2 of the Great Ocean Road, where we stop to see the 12 Apostles, London Bridge, and the Grotto.
This is one of the highlights of the Great Ocean Road. We are finally at the 12 Apostles, and I must admit, it doesn't disappoint.
You can see why it's so popular.
You know, I've been wanting to see this for the longest period, and
I don't know what I expected, but it's way above anything that I could have imagined.
The 12 Apostles is the main highlight on the Great Ocean Road, and the council has done an amazing job with the infrastructure to handle the crowds that come here on a daily basis. After leaving the 12 Apostles, we continued west and came upon a lookout that looked over Port Campbell.
it was really clouded in today, and it still is.
But it's very nice, so we're going to head off and have a look at London Bridge.
And the Grotto. We are at London Bridge at the moment, and as you can see, a section of it has collapsed, and only the last arch is still there. But it's still a magnificent sight, and you know, the amount of energy in the waves is simply fantastic. You know, I've been waiting to see the grotto for the longest period. I'm very excited to do so.
Let's go to the grotto.
Yeah. That's the wettest pack up we've ever had
I think it is.
for this trip.
Yep, that was wild morning.
Yeah, strong wind. I've never packed up in continuous heavy rain before. Hey, look, cows.
Cows?
Yeah.
Dinner?
Yep. Yeah, all the different coloured ones. I
wonder if they taste different. Ouch! Anyway.
Anyway.
What were you saying? Yeah, I've never packed up in continuous rain before, and it was quite heavy at times too.
It was, but it was all good.
Yeah, all good.
We're very lucky. We had one beautiful sunny day to view the London Bridge and all of that.
We stayed at Port Campbell NRMA Caravan Park. We needed to do that after 2 weeks, get the laundry done and stuff like that. We needed some supplies, so we got some minimal, because near the next campsite there is a town with a proper supermarket. But anyway, on the way down to Port Campbell, we stopped at 12 Apostles, had a good day, bright sunshine.
I don't know what I envisaged.
Expected.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, expected. But I don't know, but it was way just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Well, it's the 7 Apostles now, isn't it?
It is. I mean, every time we hear Great Ocean Road, you hear about the 12 Apostles, and it's something that I've wanted to see for a very, very long time, and I'm glad I've got to see them. Not all 12, there are only 7 left, but at least, you still get to see it, and it's just the whole experience, the view of that area, the energy of the ocean coming in.
The colours in the ocean.
Absolutely magnificent.
So about 20 million photos taken. My phone decided to die on me.
And seeing the London Bridge the next day, pity I never got to see it when it was before it collapsed, but it was still impressive to see.
From what somebody told us, and I haven't looked it up, but you used to be able to walk across it.
Yeah, in fact, the guys at the caravan park behind us told us that when it had happened, there was an English couple who had walked across, and then it collapsed, and they were stuck down there and had to be rescued by a police helicopter. I don't know how true that story is.
We'll have to look it up. Yeah, but it sounds good. So they got rescued, and it was about 8 o'clock at night or something.
Don't know.
Yeah.
The next one was the grotto. We managed to walk all the way down. They said to do it at low tide, so we planned it for low tide, but unexpectedly it was really, really low, so there was no water breaking into the grotto. Yeah, but it's still pretty nice. You get to see the pool of water under the arch, and then you get to see the rough ocean behind it.
But it would have been pretty specky.
I think it would have been really specky if the ocean was strong enough to break so that water fell into the pool under the arch every now and then. But it was still a very pretty sight. Yeah,
still worth the visit.
Definitely. I mean, I think these are the iconic, the 3 most iconic items on the Great Ocean Road.
Yeah.
Gibson's steps down to the beach, I think, is the other one, but on the day that we were out at 12 Apostles, it was blowing quite a bit. 12 Apostles is very well set up. It was a combination information center and a kiosk there, and it had good toilet facilities, plenty of caravan parking. Only thing is there was a whole lot of plonkers and cars parking in the caravan park.
Yep.
Yeah, parking area, and that meant that the caravans had to wait around till they came back before they could stop and go and see, which added to the traffic confusion a bit.
It was really busy, but that didn't matter really, because it was just such a big walking area. It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so everybody's all dressed up, and I'm like, well, maybe they've just been to a wedding or something, like they've all got their fancy gear, and even the guys, they're all dressed up. And then you said, didn't you? You said, oh, it's for their Instagram pictures. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
because everyone was posing.
Yeah, so they're all posing and, you know, like with the big sort of, oh, it was so funny. And I said, I feel underdressed.
Anyway, we're off to our next camp. Yeah, we're on to a free camp called Panmure. Yeah, we'll spend a few days down there. I need to get some scripts at Wannabowl, and then we'll decide where we head to from there. Now, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you already if you have, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.